So, Gillen, one of the things I want to talk about with you here is something that I think is really important here at the Williams Group is we talk a lot about our passion for what we do and why we do the things that we do. So, as an eye care professional for so many years and as the CEO of the Williams Group, would you take just a few minutes and tell us about why you wanted to create this executive management program and how you think it can impact our industry?
Well, as you know, Sean, I started with Williams Group about a little over 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now. And right away, I could begin to see that the conventional consulting model sometimes imparts about as much stress on a practice as not having one at all. And I realized that we've got to create a more flexible, time-friendly way to get these systems in place for doctors, and one that also doesn't put as much burden on the practice with travel, with things like that take me away from the practice. So we've spent a lot of time thinking about how to help people really get systems in place that just have to be there if you're going to grow and if you're going to sustain your practice. And there's just so many variables now with respect to the barriers to being successful in practice, or at least financially successful in practice, compared to what they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That there's more demand on the availability of the doctor as far as being in the practice and available for patients. So the option of traveling all over the place and attending webinars, seminars, or coaching education really was beginning to create a burden on people. I felt really strongly that we could develop something here that was going to be valuable to the doctor, not just for the doctor, but valuable to the staff, which is going to create a better environment for the doctor and ultimately the patient.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's interesting, but I think, for me personally, one of the biggest key points to any of this is it all comes down to the same point of we want to give people what they deserve in eye care, because it's the only way that we're going to keep people from going blind. It's the way that we're going to better people's quality of life, is by teaching the people that are caring for them to do things differently, to do things better, to evolve with the times so that we can continue to carry forward that mission of trying to give people the best eye care that's available, and teaching people how to do that, I think, is something that we find a lot of pride in and something that we're focused a lot on.
So Sean, you've been really, really integral in helping develop this whole program, and especially the online learning library and the technical aspects of accessing the library, how it all functions, and how do you feel that it benefits the practice?
Well, it's not just about a practice, right? It's about our industry as a whole. I've had the pleasure of working for quite a few different practices in a number of different capacities. I can say confidently, between ophthalmology and optometry, that I've held or done every single position in a practice or surgical setting, with the exception of the doctor. And one thing I've noticed, be it from my time in the military or in business before coming into eye care, and definitely by the time I reached the Williams Group, is that independent practitioners are handicapped in our ability to teach people how to do eye care and how to do it well and how to impart good customer service into healthcare, so that not only do we know how to do the job right, but we know how to do it in a way that makes people want to come back and makes people want to do this job because they want to help out their fellow man, right? It's the only way that we can really affect change and create an environment that gives people the knowledge that they deserve. Specifically, I remember trying to learn things on my own, and I just had to read a bunch of websites, and I'd ask doctors questions, and I'd sit in and I'd listen to things. But one thing that I think is really interesting and really exciting that sets us apart from everything else that's out there learning-wise is not only do we teach the knowledge base without imparting any brands or anything else, but beyond just the knowledge base, we're actually able to now teach people legitimately how to do the job, right? Optical is arguably one of the hardest things to teach people and the hardest things to get people to learn, and it takes the most confidence personally to do successfully. So we've come up with some really fun and interactive ways to teach people how to actually do the job. Whether that be from videos showing you what the hands are actually doing when we're adjusting eyewear or when we're taking measurements or when we're dispensing glasses, but just that piece of how to do the job. That's what we can do to change our industry for the better, is to give people the knowledge and experience that they deserve so that we can all provide the type of care that our patients deserve ultimately, so that they want to come back and so that we can actually enjoy doing this job essentially.